Hey guys! So today I'm here to do a review for Rage Against the Dying by Becky Masterman, and two things I want to say right off the bat. I received a copy of this book from Penguin. As you can probably see at the bottom, it's uncorrected advanced reader's copy. So I did receive this for review, but that doesn't influence my opinion or anything at all. Like, if I love it, I love it. If I hate it, I hate it. It has nothing to do with whether I paid for it or not. Yeah. Second thing, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars because I did enjoy it. I found it to be a little slow at the beginning, but it was building up with all of the character development and the background stuff, I guess. But towards the end, like maybe the last 40 to 100 pages were the best part. So what this book is about is it's about a ex-FBI agent, I guess. She's like retired. Her name is Bridget Quinn. I always thought it was Bridget, but it's Bridget. It says they're actually introducing Bridget Quinn. And she used to like hunt sexual predators, but then she retired because she's getting old. I think she's like 50s. So she got married and she has 2 dogs, 2 pugs. So she's just living in the house and just enjoying retirement. But then one of her unsolved cases kind of arrives back up and they think they found the killer, who's like a serial killer, but like rapist kind of serial killer, like that kind, not just kills people but like rapes them, and yeah. So it's like one of her unsolved cases and she had a personal connection to it. So one of the other agents that worked with her from the bureau is like telling her about it, so she goes back into it even though she's still retired. So she's not technically back on the case, she's just almost doing her own investigation. But throughout the story it just kind of goes on and there are different things going on and you think you know what's happening, but then something else comes up, so you start questioning what's going to happen. It's almost like you're in your own like CSI kind of case. It's really interesting to find a book that makes you think as much as this one made me think. So throughout the book there are 2 different investigations or cases going on, and they're both really thought out and they seem like they're different but they're kind of not, so they're kind of interrelated, and pieces start coming together and it's really interesting. So I really enjoyed the main character in this book, even though she is older than I am. I thought, pardon the language, she's quite the badass, especially mentally. So although Bridget is an older lady, she still has the experience to show why she's one of the best, because that's what she was in her department, is like one of the best. So she knows how to get the information that she needs out of people and leaves the other person dumbfounded, wondering what happened and how they got that information. So in case you couldn't tell by me saying that it was about sexual predators and the main character is kind of older, this is an adult book, which might scare off some people because I guess they're so used to like the dystopian kind of worlds. But this book made me think this stuff does happen in real life. There are detectives and cops and agents and stuff that deal with cases like these and serial killers like this, which was like a breath of fresh air. So make sure you give this book a shot because you will not regret it, and that's coming from me that like lives for dystopian. But this book has convinced me to branch out and read more adult books, so I'm so excited to start reading more adult books. Yes, I'm still 17, but your age shouldn't stop you from reading whatever you want. That's what I learned from this book. There are parts in the story that leave you thinking, what the heck just happened? There are twists and discoveries in the cases and sneaky detectives that will do anything to get to the truth. Like, doesn't matter if they're backstabbing, like they just want to finish the case, get the credit for it, you know, be like, I'm the one that solved this. But it's really interesting to see the different ways between the different detectives. This was written in a first-person narrative from Bridget Quinn's perspective, and although you would think you'd want like a third person so you could see what the other people are thinking and stuff, how they're solving the cases in their head. I think the way first person from her perspective fit the story quite well. So yeah, I don't know much about the author, except that it says she worked for a press, I guess, with medical textbooks, but either she's previously worked in a field related to this story, or she just did a lot of research. It was really good. I really enjoyed being able to know all the key details of that kind of career or how they solve cases like that, because it really brought the story together, like as a whole. Like if you were reading a story about like a detective but you didn't know how they got to the different steps or they got from point A to point B and stuff like that, then you wouldn't enjoy it. So that's what I like about this one, is it's very descriptive in its words and all the background information. Yes. The last 40 pages of this book were some of the best, and I personally don't think that this story could have wrapped up any better. The way it ended, it felt very... It was like it hit the climax and then it slowly started to go down. It didn't just drop, it just kind of floated. So it was a very good ending. It didn't just stop abruptly. It was very... Yes. So I did really enjoy it. I did find it slow at the beginning, I do admit. But when I got to about chapter 11, which was 70 pages in, so just this far in, it started to get really good. So I definitely recommend you check this book out. I will leave the Goodreads link and the Amazon link down in the description below. Because this book is out. Yeah, I think it just came out recently. So yeah, that was my review on Rage Against the Dying by Becky Masterman. Thank you again, Penguin. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.